This is not your traditional lasagna. I started with these beautiful 3-bone short ribs, but if you find boneless, it also works. And we all know smoked short ribs are the best. And in order for the smoke to penetrate into the meat, I like to remove all the external fat. If you don't remove it, it will prevent the seasoning and smoke to penetrate, and trust me, it has plenty of intermuscular fat already. Once I was done, they were perfectly trimmed. And now for the seasoning. I lightly coated with Worcestershire sauce to make sure my seasoning will stick. Then I season it well with salt and freshly ground black pepper. When you have good quality meat like this, you don't need to add any additional spices. But now that we have it ready, all there's left to do is to smoke it at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 hours. So let's do it. As you can see, low and slow is the way to go. If you do it right, they should glide off the bone. The next step is to cut them in small cubes. I try to avoid mincing them, and I mean, check this out. It's a perfect beef cube. Awesome smoke ring, tender, and I'll tell you one thing, it is very difficult to resist not eating all of it. But once I was done chopping them up, this is what they look like. The next thing is our sauce, and usually you use lasagna with one sauce. However, for this recipe, I'm gonna use two. The first one is a white sauce, and it's easy, but also delicious. I started by adding a good amount of butter to the pan. Under low heat, let it melt down. It is important to keep it under low heat, if not your butter will separate. Once my butter was melted, I threw in all-purpose flour. You wanna mix everything together and combine it well. We're making something that is called a roux. Remember to keep it under low heat so that you can cook the flour. Try to avoid using cold milk for the next step. Then I threw that in right into the mix and combined everything together. As you are whisking, the sauce will thicken. If it starts to get too thick, add a little bit more milk. Then to finish it off, I added a little bit of salt, freshly ground black pepper, and a little bit of nutmeg. As you're making a sauce, I encourage you to taste for seasoning. Your taste buds will tell you what else is missing. But after mixing everything well, my white sauce is done. For my red sauce, I first started with a good olive oil. Under low heat, I added garlic and shallots. Mix it well until they are translucent. Once that's done, throw in your tomatoes. Cook it and let it simmer under medium heat. One thing you gotta keep in mind is to make sure you get good tomatoes, especially because it's the most important ingredient in this sauce. Once the tomato has been cooked down and everything has incorporated, add some basil. This will give a nice flavor to the sauce. To finish it all up, I like to blend it, but not until it turns liquid. I like my sauce to have a nice texture, and this is what I'm looking for. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is not a traditional lasagna. This one has ham and cheese on it. I know it's not popular here in the US, but in Brazil it is. I'm using low moisture mozzarella and old-fashioned ham. Also, unlike traditional lasagna, I like to pre-cook my pasta first. This ensures that my pasta is nice and soft, and once it's ready for the grill, the only thing I need to look for is to make sure that it's hot and the cheese is melted. Now for the assembly. I first started with the pasta, followed by my beautiful and delicious smoked short ribs. The red sauce goes right on top. Then I threw in the mozzarella cheese, followed by the cooked ham, the white sauce, and repeat. The very last layer, finish it off with the pasta, red sauce, cheese, and white sauce. I'm going to be cooking this lasagna in indirect heat at 375 degrees Fahrenheit until my cheese is completely melted and I have a nice char on the sides. But now I say it is enough talking and it is time to cook this delicious lasagna. So let's do it.
All right, everybody, we have our beautiful lasagna over here. What do you think, Angel?
We have our beautiful lasagna, but the kids took the rest, huh?
Man, let me tell you something. As soon as I was coming outside, my son turned around to me. He just came from the gym, and he said, Daddy, do you really need the whole thing for the video? And then I was like, no, son, I don't need it. Here, You can have the rest with the family. So
he had to succumb to the child.
That's right. That's why I cook for my family and friends. But anyway, now we only have 2 pieces left. But to be fair, we have not tried it yet. Yes?
So what if it's bad? We would have heard them from inside already by now.
So we already know that the family approves. Now, are you ready to try it? There's something different. This is not my traditional lasagna that I always do, Angel. I did something very unique, and I think you're going to be able to pick it up right away. But again, I don't know. Enough talking. Let's try it, yeah? Cheers, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I know I get excited about a lot of things, but this one is amazing. This one is amazing.
It's like smoky lasagna.
Yes.
I think you did some.
It's so smoky. It's so tender. Do you feel that meat? It's not ground beef, but at the same time, it's so tender that it feels like just melted.
Rib.
Short rib, my boy. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I know that you know what's up.
I'm good at this.
Let me tell you something. The combination of the white sauce together with the red sauce, I know it's not traditional. I know a lot of Italians are turning on their heads right now.
Well, guess what?
It's amazing.
It's good.
I mean, if I'm going to do a traditional lasagna, how many times have you already seen a traditional lasagna? I like to take things that are traditional and put my own spin on it, right? If not, you're just going to be watching the same thing over and over, everybody. And let me tell you something. I really hope you try this, because
you guys have to try it.
This is phenomenal. How would you describe it?
The sauce is not overpowering. The lasagna is there, obviously. The meat just goes so soft, like you don't chew it. It's like it's so soft, and then, dude, it's perfect.
Yeah, the ham. There's ham, but you can't even feel it.
You don't even feel the ham. Like you could kind of see, like it's there, but you don't feel it. It feels like it's just one with the lasagna.
It's like a whole combination. You're eating the whole thing together. I know ham is not traditional here in the U.S., but it is in Brazil. Did you know that?
I do know.
We put ham on all of our lasagnas, everybody. And we basically do it like this, with the white sauce, with the red sauce, every single time.
I've had a lot of lasagna. My grandma makes my favorite lasagna, period.
Abuelita makes a killer lasagna, everybody.
Just because it's abuelita, no. It's because it's so good. And this one is pretty damn good, too. So maybe we have Guga's lasagna.
Don't say that my lasagna is better than abuela.
We're going to have 2 separate...
No.
2 separate versions. It'll
Listen.
be Guga's lasagna, abuelita's lasagna.
No one makes better food than grandma. Respect your elders. Don't matter what happens, grandma always make it better. Yes?
Abuela
Abuela,
is
yo
unmatched.
te quiero, abuela. Es ella, no soy yo.
Yo no hice nada.
She's going to be mad at me. Anyway.
I'm just saying, it's 2 different types of leagues. There's the Guga lasagna, and then there's the abuelita lasagna.
But please say abuela is better.
Abuela's better, bro.
Good. Abuela always makes a better lasagna. Is it worth going the extra mile or, smoking that short rib, making both of the sauces? It is a little bit of work, but you don't cook lasagna every day, everybody. You only cook it sometimes. And when you cook it, you want to come out with a bang, man, because this is amazing, and I hope that you give it a try. Let me know if you want to see more traditional foods with a twist. That's what I like to do.
High five you for this one, bro. This one was good, bro.
I
hope
hope
a fist bump too.
A fist bump. I hope you guys
good.
enjoyed this video. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe for future videos. Remember, if you are interested in any of the equipment I use, everything's always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
I'm proud of you, bro.
I'm proud of myself on this one.
I'm proud of you.
When I thought of it, I said, short rib is so tender. It's similar to picadillo, which is ground beef. I said, what if I put that on a lasagna smoked? Ha! I say, I have to give that a try. It is the first time I did it. Total success. Agree?
You're a genius.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. That's amazing, bro. That is fantastic.